So what we want to look at here is that the payroll company is going to be your key person. So whoever is running your payroll, Amanda, do you mind turning off these lights that are reflecting here? The payroll company is going to be most key for you. So whoever's preparing your taxes, this is not where that credit's going to be taken. The credit's going to be taken on your payroll tax. I guess it's all these lights over here. And so what you just need to know here is this: you can still run your payroll as is for your employees. What needs to be figured out is just, are there any hours that are being paid? Is there any compensation that's being paid because someone has been out sick? So what we're seeing in the bill is they don't have to be out with the coronavirus. They just have to be out sick, in essence. And if somebody's out also because of the Family Leave Act, which means that they're out taking care of somebody, that also qualifies as well. So here's the thing: this is not a credit for the employee, okay? It's not a bonus for the employee. What it is a payroll tax credit for the employer. So what you want to know is, have you paid anybody to be gone because they are sick? Not because you're doing it as an abundance of caution, but because they are sick. And so if you have paid anybody, you want your payroll company to know that. Now, if your CPA or your EA or tax professional, if they are the one that is calculating your payroll, then you would want them to know this. So your employees can get paid on time, and your payroll company is going to still pull out all the payroll taxes, because none of the payroll taxes have changed, okay? We still have state unemployment tax, federal unemployment tax, right? We have federal withholding, state withholding, okay? And then you have Medicare withheld, Medicare matched. You have Social Security withheld, Social Security matched. This is a credit. So it doesn't change the tax calculation, okay? What you want to make sure is that the credit is applied before the payroll tax is paid in. Now, until this is completely figured out, I was talking with my friends that own a payroll company that we recommend our clients to go to, their friends and clients. When we talked earlier, they're going to still pull out now the full amount of payroll tax. So if you're calling in payroll, this week for payroll that was, before the 14th, as it stands right now, there are no tax credits for that. They're going to pull out the full amount of payroll tax. And even if your payroll company pulls out the full amount of the payroll tax, which is the Social Security withheld and matched, it's the Medicare withheld and matched, the federal unemployment or the federal income tax. None of those numbers have changed. What they need to know from you is, as the employer, how much has been paid for sick time, because that's where the credit comes into play. So what you want to do right now, in the event that they make this retroactive, is track right now any employees that you've paid that have been off for sick, or they've been off because they've had to take care of somebody that's sick. So track those employees. Now, it has to be paid. Now, what does that mean? If you have an employer and somebody's off sick, that employer does have to pay them to actually get the tax credit, okay? Now, the payroll tax credit, that's to the employer, as we talked about, and then the employee sick, send them home, right? But we know that there might be some employers that, out of an abundance of caution, the employee's not sick, so they just send them home. Well, that's not going to yield a tax credit. If it's later mandated by the government, that could be a different situation. But what you want to know today, March 16th, is you need to track it. Your payroll company needs to be aware of that. So even if you're calling in payroll and you're unsure about anything, let them know, here's the dollar amount or here's the hours that you pay. Now, this applies if it's salary, hourly. It really doesn't matter if the employer has a sick leave policy. So if you have part-time employees or new employees, and normally that employer does not pay for them to be gone for sick, if they've run out of sick time, if they've run out of paid time off, if they've run out of vacation pay, that doesn't matter because this is down to basically one thing, okay? You have an employer that's paying an employee because they're sick and they're going to be gone. So let's be clear about this. If you have an employer and they're sending somebody home and they're going to work, this credit, as we understand it now, doesn't apply. So bottom line is, here's what you need to do now. Let the payroll company know the amount of compensation that you're paying to people that are out sick, not just working from home, but out sick. If they're taking some care of somebody and you're paying them for that time, make sure that you let your payroll company know. So that's what you need to do today. At my website, it's all free. I don't have any gimmicks here. It's not give me your email and then I give you this information. But jjthecpa.com/tax credits. That is where you'll find information on this. And then as the information updates, I'll update my website there. So, all right. Hey, I do plan. It is 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. I plan to go live at the top of each hour to give an update. I'm also going to be releasing some videos on some things to be thinking about for cash flow. So anyways, thanks for tuning in. Be safe out there. If you don't feel well, head on home. So, all right, y'all have a great day. I'll tune in.